Let us look into the political costs. 1954 to 1961. Ambazonia, self-governing territory with elected prime minister, bicameral parliament, civil service, independent judiciary. He had before Ndeli, Foncha, Joa. All of these institutions dismantled, totally destroyed. What was the cost of this acquiescence to these arbitrary acts? We will never be able to estimate. 1966, through deception, a flourishing multi-party democracy was destroyed. All political parties of Ambazonia were destroyed and integrated into the CNU. The cost of this acquiescence to tyranny and oppression cannot be calculated in terms of human lives. It will take over 20 more years for our children to rise up on the streets of Ambazonia to demand multipartism. It has cost the lives of thousands of people to demand the right to free speech, to establish political party, the right to political assembly, forming political association. The cost of acquiescence to the bullying and tyranny has shown to be far greater than the cost of resistance. Let us get into the economic loss. State Article 21, African Charter on Human and People's Rights, vests in the people alone, not the state, the right to freely dispose of their wealth and natural resources, and ordains that the right shall be exercised in the exclusive interests of the people. This is the economic dimension of the political right to self-determination. Acquiescence to tyranny and oppression because of the fear of the cost of resistance led to the complete destruction of Ambazonian economic independence, which was the foundation of the creation of wealth and economic opportunities of our people. Supporting economic institutions totally wiped out, loss of resources in billions, collapse of the banking sector, no access to credit, consequential collapse of development initiatives. All Ambazonian parastatals collapse, energy sector collapse, with corresponding consequences on economic development and wealth generation. We can spend our time calculating the cost of resistance without being able to calculate the cost of acquiescence to tyranny and oppression. We shall never be able to quantify the cost on the Ambazonian society of our acquiescence to the destruction of our economic opportunities. I will not delve into the human cost, but I'll speak just of two incidences that are of relevance to you. The Obutu and Santa slaughters in September 1961. 1962, Mr. Zakaria Abendon, an Ambazonian MP, butchered in Kekem. We can quantify from 1961 up till date, millions of Ambazonians have been murdered because of our acquiescence to tyranny and oppression, and because of our emphasis on the cost of resistance. My people, as I said last time, our resistance today is not born out of a rejection of the last 62 years of colonial domination by Cameroon. The British were here, 1847 to 1887. Kova Likenye and others, their Songanis, their Bombis, they fought it. The Germans, 1887 to 1913. The British, 1913 to 1961. Cameroon, 1961 till date. All through these periods of colonial domination, Amazonians have resisted. A group of people have always asked us to calculate the cost of that resistance against the cost of acquiescence. This generation has decided to write the last chapter of hundreds of years of colonial domination, extortion, and exploitation. We'll do so with our blood, with our liberty, and with our life. Not only because we desire freedom, respect, and dignity, because for now, we know that the cost of acquiescence to tyranny and oppression and domination far outweighs the cost to resistance. Occupation has manifested itself from 1961 up till date through dispossession. It has erected symbols of occupation that we must worship. It has instituted political system which we must succumb to. Symbols of occupation which we have denounced and will continue to denounce and uproot and replace them. The Cameroon flag, we have made it absolutely clear, is banned in Ambazonia. The blue and white is the authentic representation of the Ambazonian people. And every Ambazonian has an obligation to fly our flag with pride and take pride even in the consequences. Cameroon anthem is banned in Ambazonia, replaced with Hail, 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 the authentic representation of the Ambazonian people and a reflection of its socioeconomic, political, and cultural trajectory